Hi everybody. My first nether star has gone into an unbreakable better builder wand. So no more running back and forth and using up more diamonds to replace the last broken building wand. Now what am I going to build with it? Well, I have an idea. I would like to start with a few turbines. And of course, power is only one of the things I want these turbines for. The other thing I want to build these turbines for is looks. Of course, that means we're going to be crafting a lot of stuff for these turbines, which is one reason I've been putting it off for so long. I figure on making each of these turbines 15 by 15 because 16 is the widest width you can have for these casings, and that's an even number, which doesn't really work well for something with a pivot in the middle of it. It looks kind of small next to the rest of the ship, but we're also going to be using a lot of them because the configuration that I'm using only gives about 3.5 kiloriff per tick. And while my energy needs aren't really all that great, I do plan on building a Draconic energy core. And so I'll want to generate a lot of power just to keep that powered up. And once that's done, I will probably be able to use that to power the rest of the machines in the fleet. The farmers and the monster spawners. And not to mention the mining machines. So yeah, I will be using a lot of turbines to generate a lot of power, but I'm pretty sure I will come up with a use for all of it. Well, I will say one thing. I am definitely getting lots of use out of this new builder's wand. Which is good because I've got plenty left for it to do. And I have lots more glass to craft too. Alright, so I've been working on this for a while, and here's what I found out. First off, an actively cooled extreme reactor is really thirsty. I've had to put up 10 reservoirs to keep water fed into it. And another thing I found out is that these coolant ports are pretty small. It takes at least 5 of them, outputting to 5 sides of an ender tank, to produce enough steam to feed this turbine, which in turn also requires at least 5 inbound fluid ports for the steam. And this only takes about 520 millibuckets per tick in order to have it turning at the full 1800 RPMs. So, I might need a bigger reactor. I don't really know how much fluid this thing will actually boil per tick. But I am going to need a lot more reservoirs and a lot more fluid ports and some more ender tanks to get all of the turbines that I want to put on this ship. So, I've got 4 turbines going, and they're looking pretty good. And put together, they make about as much power as the original reactor was generating in the first place. But that's not really what they're there for. They're mostly there for looks. And I can increase the power later. Now these side turbines need some form of decoration. So I'm building some wings around them. And I think they're coming out pretty good. And I believe I like the way this came out. Maybe I could put a little more wood in it. But no, I think I'm pretty happy with it. Looks pretty good as a turbine housing. We've got the air intakes in the front. And I remembered that we had these big fan factory blocks. So I stuck a few of those on the rear. And I think it came out pretty well. I liked it so much I did it again on the other side. I did discover one flaw. I seem to have put my ships too close together. So I may want to trim this wing, because I certainly don't want to pick up either of these ships and move them. Not without adding a couple of particular mods to this pack. Which I might do. So, there's our turbines, providing both believable flotation and power. But there is one other thing I need to talk to you about. I have decided that it's time I went on a bit of a hiatus. And of course, if you've been watching Pain in the End, then you've already seen this announcement. But frankly, things at work have gone nuts. And I just have not had time to work on videos lately. So I'm going to take some time off. And while I'm at it, I'm going to work on some non-video related Minecraft. And some non-Minecraft related videos. And maybe a couple of other hobbies. But I'll still be playing these games on my time off, and I will post updates every now and then when I come up with something I'm particularly proud of, or have something I need to tell you. So until further notice, I've been Crazy Yeti, this has been Sky Factory 3, and I'll be back. Until then, have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.